Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Sectional 54 action. We've got the second game in the first session today. It's going to be between Bethesda Christian and the Covington Trojans. Covington doing their warm-ups right now. And it's going to be a new look Covington team. So I just got the roster, and scratched are a majority of the typical varsity. So tonight we've got playing Nia Pettit, Ellie Williamson, Lauren Vale, Micah Stonecipher, Avery Jumps, Lily Hackett, Emma Holycross, Tyra Hammer, Lexi Slider, and Maddox Minnick. So gone are some of the varsity starters, some of the big hitters on the front line that we've been accustomed to seeing. But we will see how it goes today. They'll be playing a Bethesda Christian team that only dresses 2 seniors, and they are loaded mostly with freshmen and juniors. So an equal distribution of freshmen, juniors, and 2 seniors. Covington still dressing a senior tonight, but a bunch of freshmen as well. So we'll see if they can rise to the occasion, step up, and do some good things against the Bethesda Christian Patriots. This morning in the first game, the 11 o'clock game, Traders Point took on the Attica Ramblers and were able to win in 3 sets. So they pushed their path to the championship game, beating North Vermillion on Thursday night. And Attica this morning punched their card to the championship game tonight at 7 o'clock. Covington and Bethesda Christian trying to do the same. So Bethesda Christian is going to be wearing black jerseys with white numbers. Very easy to read. That should help out. Covington wearing disguised numbers with a thin black outline in the gold jerseys. But I should be able to pick them out. We're going to go to Commissioner Neidig's statement before the game, and we will talk to you at starting lineups.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Lovell with our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Paul, what a busy weekend. Before we talk about the busy weekend, thanks so much for the hospitality for you and the staff when Paul Kinder and I were there for the pairing show for the football show. Love the new set, love the new layout, and it's exciting to be at this point in the year where everybody watching and listening to find out who they're going to play in the upcoming football sectional. So thanks for all your hospitality.
No, it's certainly our pleasure. We love having you and Paul here in the house and talking about high school athletics. It's such a fun thing to talk about, and you guys do it well. So we're appreciative of you guys.
Thank you very much. Week number 9 in high school football, and we I don't want to jinx it, but we've had 95% of the games played and almost perfect weather every Friday.
It is, and man, we need that weather to stay.
Man,
we need it to stay, and we don't want I'm hoping for perfect weather through the tournament, and then it can rain the championship weekend because we got a little roof over our heads. So I think we'll be okay there.
I think you will. We mentioned how busy you are, so we have unified football this weekend. Carroll of Fort Wayne taking on McCutcheon. Boys tennis state finals. Team all around team play will be at Carmel and Cinder Grove Friday, North Central on Saturday. Regionals for cross country, soccer, sectionals for volleyball. Unbelievably busy time for everyone in high school sports in our state.
It is, and it's just it's time to celebrate. Like we've talked about before. Teams that worked hard this year, and now we're seeing the result of that hard work. They're able to show it in the season-ending tournament, and some are going to go on and win a state championship, and others are going to learn lessons along the way and maybe not win a state championship. But certainly exciting to be here, and again, it's that time-honored tradition that we offer in Indiana, where every kid at every school gets to participate in the tournament, and we don't have playoffs. And certainly, I think we need to continue to celebrate that because everybody deserves a chance to play postseason.
And I think we also need to celebrate the vast numbers of unsung heroes at these venues in the form of volunteers, because it takes a whole lot of people to make these championships run, and they're not being paid greatly, labor of love. But I don't think people recognize how important the people who help you in game administration are at every level.
Oh, our member schools are phenomenal. And if you think about just the logistics, last weekend we had 32 sites across the state that ran cross-country tournaments. And, they're bringing in multiple schools. They're figuring out how to handle all that and where to park the buses and also deal with it in a COVID environment, which is another level. And then, this weekend we got 16 sites, and then we're going to go to 4. And then that great team at Terre Haute is going to put on a state championship. And the numbers and the people who come out to support and make a opportunity to play is just phenomenal, and we're certainly appreciative of those folks.
Paul Neidig with us talking about high school sports in our state. And Paul, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, too, in passing, the honors bestowed upon former commissioners Bobby Cox, Phil Gardner, and also Bob Gardner. And this is, they're naming the mental attitude awards for them in different sports. You got a brief amount of time, and what a great honor, well-deserved honor for those three.
I was very happy to bring that proposal before our board, and I know our board and passed that enthusiastically. A mental attitude award is the highest award that we can bestow on a student athlete in this state, and that I always tell them when I talk to them that one goes on your resume for the rest of your life. And when you can list a mental attitude on there, that one means something to people who are going to hire you. People are going to see how you did your previous life, and certainly those three gentlemen are well deserving of that. They've done great things for education-based athletics and continue to give back. I talk to them all on a regular basis and happy to do so, and glad they're there.
He's Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA, our weekly discussion about all things IHSAA related. Paul, thanks as always for your time. Have a great week.
You too, Bob, and thank you for doing what you do.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Oh, we're here for starting lineups, so perfect timing.
Your teams participating in the sectional, the Patriots of Bethesda Christian, the visitors, and today's home team are the Trojans of Covington. At this time, I'd like to introduce the starters for Bethesda Christian. Number 3, Lindsay Jackson. And now for your home Covington Trojans. Number 3, Number 4, Shane Heck. Number 5, Lily Heck. Number 7, Elliot Williams. Number 8, Matt Smith. Number 11, Lauren Mann. And number 12, Emma Stoneson. Your Trojans are coached by Jennifer Sullivan. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Use the language for disorderly conduct unacceptable and belong to IHSA values. Let's support the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans who respect they deserve. Your cooperation is appreciated. please enjoy the game.
All right, so we had the national anthem this morning before the first game, so it gets to be a skipped process for the second game of the first session here today. Second session would be the nightcap, the championship game at 7 o'clock. So we've got a new look Covington Trojans out. A lot of younger girls out there and a chance to make a name for themselves. Up on the front line, we've got the much improved Lauren Vale, kind of a standout star here in the second half of the season. Also, Micah Stonecipher up front, so we're used to seeing her up there. On the left side of the court is Bethesda Christian in the black jerseys with the red lettering for the Patriots on the back of the jersey and a big, bold white numbering. On the right side in the Vegas gold, the Covington Trojans numbers trimmed in very thin black, but hopefully I'll be able to pick out most everybody as we get going. So the officials doing their last count before we get going. Pick up the ball and get ready to throw that in. Bethesda Christian, the visitors on the scoreboard. So they will get first serve, and back to serve is going to be number 20, Annie Heim. So we'll see how this Trojan team reacts. Play to the back center. Covington will get a first hit opportunity, and down to the floor. Covington with the first point of the game. That's a good sign for the Lady Trojans. So Covington with their first service opportunity, up 1-0. Serve in and a hard serve back to the corner. Bethesda Christian able to put it down to the floor from their end. So 21, Sydney Goodwin, a freshman on the big hit there, tying the game up 1-1. Short serve, hit the net. Trojans can't recover in time, and 2-1 lead for Bethesda Christian. So, Trojan team trying to fill each other out. I don't think they've had any practice time together as a new unit. So, trying to get used to each other here in the first set. Tipped over. Bethesda will get a chance and just pass it over. Whistle from the officials going to say Covington's into the net. So a 3-1 lead for Bethesda Christian High School in their early going here in the first set. So Jessica Dodson on the serve. Popped up in the air by Covington. A hit from the left side, a little back, and recovered by Bethesda. A pass to the libero for Covington Williamson. And a pass back to Bethesda Christian. A tip at the net by Lauren Vale. A nice opportunity for Covington there, but recovered by Bethesda. They're going to get a swing right here. No! An errant pass. And Covington's into the net again. So 4-1 lead for Bethesda Patriots. Serving into the Covington Trojans. Hand in the air, service is good. Set to the right side. Nice recovery by Bethesda, able to get that one back over the net. Big hit by Stonecipher. One's spinning away and recovered by Bethesda, keeping the rally going right now. Little punch, little sneaky punch by Stonecipher, and Micah Stonecipher gets the point for Covington. So 4-2, Covington gets the service back. It'll be Vale back to serve, 11, Lauren Vale. The surprise standout here in the second half of the season. She's had a great second half especially. Touched and out of bounds, so Bethesda point, 5-2. Covington will see number 13, Avery Jumps, check into the game. Avery's a sophomore. And back to serve for Bethesda is number 19, Ainsley Gross. A high arching serve to the back line of Covington. Hit to the left side. Nia Pettit puts it in on the back line. And it's 5-3. Nia's going to have to show some senior leadership today and help gut this one out for the Covington Trojans, a short-handed Trojan team. So it's the first we've seen of Nia today, and big impact already. Stonecipher back to serve. Nice little tip at the net by Pettit. Short set for Minnick. And that one's going to be long. Covington within one now. So I missed the check-in, but number 8, Maddox Minnick, a freshman, into the Trojan lineup up on the front line. She's got some height. She's played really well for the JV team this year. And an ace for Covington to tie it up at 5 with Bethesda. So Covington looking a little more comfortable. Nice block at the net, but it falls to the ground. So Trojans read that one really well. It just fell on their side. 6-5 Bethesda. That'll be 21, Sydney Gooden back to serve. Set to the back row. Tried to go back corner with it, but Bethesda able to recover. Set to the left side. Nia Pettit brings out the hammer. 6-6. We're going to need to see a lot of that tonight from Nia Pettit. So flying from that white line forward. Nice hard serve to the back row of Bethesda Christian. They're going to get a set outside, and it's deep. Covington takes their first lead here in the first set of the second game of the first session at Sectional 54. So the ball's up, serve is in, and tipped out. 8-6, Trojans. So Trojans having a little success with the service game here. Trying to get points any way they can on this new look team. Tipped at the net. Nice hit to the back line, Nia Pettit. So Traders Point sitting right in front of the stream here, getting a scout on the Bethesda Christian Patriots and the Covington Trojans. Looking forward to tonight's matchup at 7 o'clock. Nice serve, tipped out of bounds, and Covington takes a 10-6 lead. As we've seen a lot this year, Covington is a team of runs, so if they can get on a nice run, it's not uncommon for them to rip 10, 15 points off in a row. Deep set and outside and deep hit. So 11-6 Covington. Well, Covington trying to keep this run going. Service to the back row. A deep set and a pass over to Covington. Minnick handles it, hit to the outside and tipped off of 21. The Trojans double up Bethesda, 12-6. So Covington looking a lot more comfortable now. They were a little tentative there in the early going, but looking a lot more comfortable now. Serve to the back row again and deep. Saved off the ground by Covington. Pettit's going to try to get it over and put down at the net. Nice read by Bethesda. We saw that was going to be a deep hit, brought the block up, and were able to stuff it. So we've got Lindsey Dodson with his serve. Puts it in the air. Set to the back row for Covington, and played in. Bethesda recovers. They get a hit of their own. And Covington's going to set to Pettit again. Off of the forearm, and Pettit is swinging hard today. All right, we're going to see Lauren Vale checking in for Covington, number 11, over here on the left side. Looks like Pettit's going to be back to serve. There's nothing you can do about that one. If you don't get in front of that, Nia Pettit's going to hurt you. 14-7, a timeout to Bethesda as Covington doubles up again here in our first ad break of this game.
High school sports teach important life lessons, like the best offense is a good defense.
If that's true, then we can win this battle against the pandemic by defending ourselves and each other from COVID-19. So let's wash our hands, always wear a mask, get a flu shot, and practice social distancing.
We'll not only be protecting ourselves, we'll also be protecting our teammates and friends, our moms and dads, our grandmas and grandpas.
Let's play tough defense, and we'll win this battle. I'm Sandra Walter.
And I'm Robert Falkins. We're Assistant Commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Thank you for supporting the high schools in your community.
This is respect. This is cooperation. This is individual responsibility. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
So Nia Pettit puts that one into play. Blocked at the net. But Covington gets it back and puts it back down. Lauren Vale, that standout sophomore, puts a hurting on the ball and puts Covington up 15-7. They're going to need to see more of that. Nia Pettit's kind of putting the team on her shoulders right now and carrying them to the finish line, 16-7. See if she can keep that up. The only senior out there for Covington. The jump serve, a hard jump serve, and hard to handle for Bethesda and put hacked down by Covington. That looked like it was Emma Holycross over there on the right side. So Covington takes a double-digit lead, 17-7, with Pettit still serving. Bethesda with that timeout trying to stop the bleeding and did not help at this point, 18-7. So Bethesda had the early lead. Covington, when they get going on the service game, they're hard to stop. I think Bethesda kind of realizing that right now. You can tell they are feeling a lot more comfortable than they were in the early goings as Lauren Vale puts another one to the floor, 19-7. We're going to see a substitution. Looks like Tyra Hammer is going to be coming into the game, number 10. Going to replace Lily Hackett, who had that nice service run. Pettit still serving. Nice hard serve. Can't be handled by the Patriots. And Covington goes up 20-7. So we'll see Pettit again. Floats this one to the near end of the court and just passed back over by the Patriots. Back line hit, hard hit. That's off the basketball rim. And a point for Covington, 21-7 as they triple up Bethesda. Pettit still serving. Nice hard serve, nothing you can do about that. Just ate her up alive, 22-7. So Covington, as we mentioned, has a lot of starters and a lot of reserve players for the typical varsity team out due to COVID restrictions. So that point will go to Bethesda Patriots, and it'll be 22-8 as we'll see a Bethesda sub. 19, Ainsley Gross, a freshman, coming back in. That'll put 13, Kinsey Folks, a freshman, back to serve. So a very young Bethesda team as well. Nice serve to the ground, and nice short serve. Covington wasn't ready for it, so 22-9. Covington trying to put a first set into their belts here. But they're going to need to get service back in order to do so, and just played off the wrist, 22-10. Bethesda making a little run of their own now. Whistle from the official, short serve, quick set. Minnick wasn't ready for it. but recovers anyway. She's going to be up for the block, using those long arms to get above the net and to put one down. 23-10, Covington regains the serve. As the libero, Williamson goes back to serve. We'll see Stonecipher check back in. Minix checked out. Serve to the ground, 24-10 on the ace. That ball just dying. Similar serve, but Bethesda handles this one. Get a nice swing of their own. That's out. Covington's going to take the first set. After being down and looking out of it, Covington recovers for a 25-10 first set victory. So good signs for this young Covington program as they get a little more comfortable with each other. Looks like they're going to be okay this morning. So Bethesda's coach instilling a little advice after the first set. Jen Sutherland over on Covington's side saying, hey, stay calm, girls. We're doing great. And we're going to go to our second ad. So we'll talk to you in a minute.
More than ever before, the success of this school year depends on teamwork.
And that means all of us, students, parents, teachers, school administrators, and people like you. We've got to be all in, go all out, do all we can all year long to make sure high school students in our communities have a great year.
And that includes following virus protocols and getting a flu shot. Let's trust each other, believe in each other, and get it done. I'm Chris Kaufman, Assistant Commissioner of the IHSAA.
And I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Thank you for supporting the high schools in our communities.
This is cooperation. This is collaboration. This is unity. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
So both young teams eschewing the entire time of the between set break. Both teams out with a minute and a half left. Officials doing some last minute checking now. But both these young programs ready to go. As we mentioned, Traders Point got through the first game this morning, 3-0 against the Attica Ramblers to put them in the championship tonight at 7 o'clock, which we will be broadcasting regardless of the teams involved. And we'd like to thank everybody for joining us here today. Even if you can't be in the gym, it's still nice to get some live updates. Speaking of live updates, we know that Covington's biggest fan has been having some issues lately medically. So Amy Herzog, we wish you a speedy recovery, and we need you back on your feet before basketball season starts, or it just won't be the same. So big shout out to Amy Herzog. If you see her or her family around, make sure you give them get well wishes. Congratulations on the season to the Potters, Nolan and Miles, our #1 tennis doubles, who were bound for regional this morning but were unable to play due to restrictions, not allowed to get on the court. They had one heck of a season. So if you see the Potters around, make sure you give them a big thumbs up. Tell them what a great job they did this year. Covington is going to take the first serve here in the second set as we get started. Played to the back line of Bethesda, and they're going to get a hit on the outside, but Covington feeling comfortable back there, able to block it and get it back over. Bethesda's going to get another swing here in the middle, and it's going to be deep. Covington with the first point here in the second set. So maybe using the first half of that first set as kind of a practice, as they've not been allowed to get together to practice, and kind of feeling each other out and getting ready with this new lineup. That's going to be 4 hits, and Covington's going to get the second point of this second set. Already up 1-0. So if you're unfamiliar, the scoreboard up in the top left corner, the first column is going to be the points in the set, goes to 25. The second column is going to be the number of sets won. That serve is super short. So after rattling off a couple points, Holy Cross goes into the net and gives Bethesda the serve. So 2-1 Covington, Bethesda with the serve. That's going to be coming out of number 20, Annie Heim. Covington not able to handle that one, so Bethesda ties it up here early in the second set. Official going to the scorebook for a question. Not really sure what the holdup is, but I'm sure he'll let us know. As a hush falls over the crowd, Covington with a nice following across the gym directly, sitting on the V and H mostly of the NVHS here at North Vermillion High School. Once again, we'd like to thank North Vermillion for hosting this. Covington was originally supposed to host this sectional 54 action, but were unable to do so. So North Vermillion took up the cause, and they've done a great job. Provided me with a lot of access. They've been great up to this point. So we'd like to thank them for their hospitality here in Falcon Country. Unfortunately for them, they were booted from the tournament on Thursday evening as Traders Point put them out in 3 straight sets. And the nice thing to see about North Vermillion and Attica as Traders Point beat both of them was they were hustling after every ball, even though they were down and down a couple sets. They were still making diving plays and still playing hard. So you got to give kudos to the Falcon and Rambler teams. We haven't got an explanation on why the game is stopped, but two young teams, they're getting very antsy out on the court, talking amongst themselves, and hands on head, hands on hips. Body language isn't really saying anything, but the serve's going to go to Covington. And we'll see what the point situation goes to. Well, Covington's going to get a point. I'm guessing some kind of lineup violation. So it's going to be 3-1. Vale with the serve into the net. It's going right back to Bethesda, so 3-2. Vale's going to check out in favor of Avery Jumps, who comes back into the game. Bethesda's going to check in number 9, Leah Heim, a freshman. So like I mentioned, a lot of freshmen playing in this game, both teams. So 19, Gross is going to serve. She serves back to the libero. Quick set at middle. Stonecipher can't get to it in time. 3-3. Maybe the set was a little close to the net than Stonecipher would have liked and just unable to time it correctly. But no harm, no foul. Set to the outside this time, and Pettit hammers it down cross court, almost straight down. So 4-3 Covington. Minnick's going to check back in. Libero Williams is going to check back out. And Stonecipher's going to go back to serve. Serves it into the net. It's going to go back to Bethesda. 4-4. Williamson's going to check back in. Stonecipher's going to check out. And Covington giving up a couple points early on that service game, but so is Bethesda as they serve it into the net as well. 5-4 Covington. A lot of unforced errors so far, but to be expected from young teams. Number 20, Annie Himes, a junior, checks in for Bethesda. Looks like Lauren Vale's back to serve for Covington. Couldn't really tell though. I'm going more by body language than I am. Actually, I think that was Lily Hackett. So, nevertheless, the point goes to Bethesda, 5-5. Left-handed serve. Covington's going to get a nice opportunity to the outside to Pettit. She puts it hard into the back corner. but played just out of reach of Covington, and 6-5. So it's good to see Nia swinging hard today. And she's going to need to. Left-handed serve to the back row of Covington again. Quick set to the middle. Minnick can't grab it. Even with that extended reach she's got, just out of reach. So Dodson, the freshman, on a nice little service run now for Bethesda. Handled by Covington. See if they can get it over. They can. Going to be a good opportunity here for Bethesda with a deep hit, and 7-6. Bethesda lead, but Covington now with the serve. Vale's going to check in. And it looks like Pettit back to serve. That looks like a Pettit serve, so I think I was right this time. Hit to the outside, pancaked up by Pettit and put over by Covington. Nice hustle play by Covington to get that one over. Bethesda gets a nice hit, saved by Libero, and swung on to get it over. That was a nice opportunity for Bethesda, but Covington handles it well. That's in, right on the corner. What a hit. So, Traders Point did not agree with that call. I think everybody else was okay with it. A block at the net, pushed back over by Minnick. A tricky play by Bethesda, but Covington able to read it pretty well and get it back over. Covington was into the net before that one fell to the ground, so a violation gives Bethesda the point, 8-7. 19, Gross, the freshman, will check back in. And that'll throw 13, Folks, a freshman, back to serve. Floating serve, ends up in the middle of the back of the Covington defense. Played expertly over on the side by Vale. She's going to get another chance. Tips it to the front. Nice athletic play by Bethesda to get that one over. Back row hit by Pettit, just deep. 9-7 Bethesda. So we've got ourselves an interesting game so far. Short serve, quick set, and Covington able to get it over. Vale with a hard hit down to the floor, and Covington's going to get the service back and the point, 9-8. Vale coming up big on that one. So Williamson will be back to serve. Williamson with a nice serve to the middle of the court on the other end. Vale's going to get another chance. Hit at the net and blocked, but get another opportunity. Free swing. Plays it over to Bethesda's side. Blocked up at the net by Stonecipher. Covington ties it up 9-all. Williamson back to serve. Nice hard cutting serve. 21 takes a hit and it ends up deep. And might have got more fists than palm on that one. 10-9 Covington. Ball's up. Floater short. A nice idea, but it hits the net. 10-10. Bethesda's going to get the serve. That's going to be Annie Heim on the serve. Hits the net, but gets over. Covington's going to get a swing. Vale puts it into the block and down. Covington gets the point. 11-10. We're going to see a substitution from Bethesda. We're going to see Leah Heim, the freshman, check in. And Covington with the serve. Serve goes in. Nice short serve. Died right after it hit the line. And it should be 12-10 as I hit the button too many times for the score. Apologies. Covington up 1-0 and takes a 12-10 lead here in the second set. Bethesda's going to get a block. So Covington playing aggressive at the net right now. That might be the play in order to compensate from the varsity starters that can't be here today. A little aggressiveness up at the net. Stonecipher puts her hands up for a block that hit right by it. 12-11. Bethesda with the serve. Covington with the lead. So service in by 10, Dodson. Athletic play by Stonecipher to get that one over. Hit the net and just bounced the wrong way down on Covington's side, and it's tied up again, 12-all. So Bethesda getting a lot of good opportunities up at the net. Covington trying to challenge with the block. And we've got an interesting match going on right here. Here in the second set of the second game. Nice hit. Bethesda getting in their own way on that one, and 13-12 Covington. I can't imagine how hard it is to communicate who's taking the ball when and where when it's getting hit that hard. So Avery jumps, number 13, in to serve. Covington gets a chance at the net. Nia Pettit just straight down to the floor. 14-12. Covington taking the lead, and we'll see if they can get on a little run. As we mentioned before, Covington a team of runs. If they can get it going at the service game, they're pretty hard to stop with a full head of steam. Bethesda pokes it over. Covington's going to get a chance over here in the middle. Blocked at the net. Nice athletic block. And 14-13. Bethesda keeping it close. So we've got 19, Ainsley Gross back to serve. Ball in the air, and down on Covington's side, mishandled, so Bethesda's going to get a nice opportunity here, but they're content to just pass it over. Nia Pettit with the attempt at a save right there. Just wouldn't pop over the net for her as it hit that white stripe at the top. And Bethesda ties it up. Knotted up at 14 here. Official calls for the serve. Set to the outside, and they're going to call it out of bounds. Out of bounds. So 15-14, must not have touched the block. Nice hard hit by Pettit though. Floating serve. Met at the net by Bethesda. Set to the right side, one of the few times it's set over there so far today. Maybe that'll become a theme. Pettit down to the floor. They are going to ride the back of Nia Pettit as long as they can. So 15, which is Jocelyn Vowles, a junior, checks in for Bethesda. As Stonecipher goes back to serve for Covington. Floating serve. Short, but Bethesda handles. Set to the back row for Stonecipher. Off balance hit from Bethesda. It gets it over. Covington with another swing, a hard swing. And not a lot you can do about that one as Covington goes up 16-15. Nice competitive set here in the second set. Stonecipher back to serve again. Stationary overhand serve. Nice tip by Bethesda, able to get that one back over. A tip by Pettit. And it's called out of bounds. That's called a tip off of Covington. So I'm glad I didn't change the score yet. We'll see what the argument's going to be about. Okay, official says that Stonecipher touched it. Stonecipher says, no, I didn't. But the official has the last word. So the scoreboard here has a different score than I do. I'm going to have to get that sorted out here in a second. Hit into the net. And Bethesda, they got that sorted out, so Bethesda gets the point, and they're up 17-16. Tip attempt up at the net by Holy Cross, and won't clear the net. So Bethesda's going to get the point, 18-16. And they fix the scoreboard. They are on the same page as us now. Pettit trying to track that down, can't get to it in time. 19-16. Coach Sutherland's going to take a timeout, talk this one over. We'll be right back.
This is a tough time for all of us, and it is an especially tough time for high school students and high school sports.
Let's stick together. Let's listen to each other and support one another. Let's work hard, follow health and safety protocols, always mask up, be sure to get a flu shot, and never get complacent or careless.
If we do, I believe that we will have a great high school sports season. I believe that we will win. I'm Paul Neidig, Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
And I'm Carrie Schludecker, Assistant Commissioner.
On behalf of every high school in Indiana, thank you for your support.
This is commitment. This is self-discipline. This is teamwork. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
Okay, as we rejoin action, Bethesda just put the service in. A point to Covington. So a lift. Nia Pettit hit that one pretty hard at the defender. Not able to handle it. So 19-17, Bethesda lead with Covington at the service. So we'll see if they can get in one of those runs. They're going to need it right now as Bethesda closing in on taking the second set. Set to the left side again. Nobody there. Pettit with that nice swing puts Covington down only by one, 19-18. So service is up and in. Good at the block, but just falls on Covington's side. 20-18, Bethesda with the point and regain of service. 19, Ainsley Gross in for Bethesda. Going to take up a spot on the back row. And 3, Dodson serving. Played to the back row for Covington. Block attempt by Minnick up the front, but wasn't able to get it. Nia Pettit skies for that one and tips it down on Bethesda's side as Vale gets ready to check back in for Covington. Pettit back to serve. Hard serve straight to the ground. Nia Pettit rattles off another point for the Trojans and ties this game up at 20. So Pettit at the other side of the court, 21-20. 2 aces in a row for Nia Pettit. Bounces the ball back by the baseline. Hits it to the center this time. Attempted a tip, and Bethesda can't get it back over, 22-20. So Nia Pettit with 3 straight points for Covington with their service game, as Covington hasn't had to defend one of her serves yet. Into the top of the net, 22-21. Bethesda regains the serve. Ball thrown back to Kinsey Folks, a freshman, to serve. Plays that one short. Nice attempt by Covington to recover on that. No such luck. Ball's rolled back to Bethesda's side, and we're all tied up at 22. So 13 with the serve again. Minnick handles it. Played to the back row for a hit from Pettit. Bethesda tips it back over. Sets to the left side for Vale. Vale handles it again. Set to the middle for Minnick. And Bethesda's into the net. Covington point. Thought I heard a whistle, but I wasn't quite sure. Turns out I'm not crazy after all. As Stonecipher checks back into the front row for Covington, and Williamson, the libero, back to serve. Hits it back to the back left. Played to the left side. Bethesda with a clean hit, but handled by Covington. Covington puts it back. Covington's going to get a good swing here if they can pass it to the left side. Vale has to tip it back over. Hit into the net. Covington 24-22. And set point. Williamson back to serve. Coach Sutherland up, giving some direction. Nice serve. Handled by Bethesda. Maybe a little let that one ride, but Covington playing it anyway. And into the net, 24-23. Bethesda with the serve. Covington trying to finish out this second set, already up 1-0. So a nice deep serve. Covington can't handle it, 24-all. So served by Annie Heim, the junior. Short serve this time. Tipped at the net, tipped back. Covington's got to get it over now. Stonecipher puts it back over. Bethesda will get a swing on it here in the middle. Covington tips it at the net again. A couple missed opportunities for both teams here as Vale pokes it back over. Nice recovery by Vale. Hit to the back line for Pettit. Nice long rally dug by the libero Williamson. Tipped over by Vale. What a nice rally we've got going on here. Back row to Pettit, and it's down! What a rally. 25-24 Covington. Leah Heim, the freshman, back in for Bethesda, taking a spot in the back row. Wow, one of the better rallies we've seen lately. Service popped up. Bethesda's going to get a chance at the net, have to tip it over. Covington's going to get a shot at it over here on the left side with Vale. She plays it to the back line, but recovered by Bethesda. Blocked at the net. Covington recovers. Stonecipher gets it over. To the left side. Hit and long! 26-24. Covington takes the second set. What a crazy finish there in the second set. So Covington is going to take a 2-0 lead. Traders Point's going to take off. We'll see them tonight at 7 o'clock for the championship. What a crazy finish there in the second set. So we'll go ahead and clear the score. Covington takes a 2-0 lead, maybe using that set in the first set as kind of a practice since they haven't been together as this team before. Getting more comfortable with each other, especially on those last two rallies, those super long, intense rallies. All right, so with 2:30 left on the clock before the third set starts, we're going to hit our ad. We will be right back here at North Vermillion High School.
Do you remember the high school cheer? 2, 4, 6, 8, who do we appreciate?
I do. And the high school teams in our community appreciate all of you. They need to hear your voice, loud and proud, more than ever before.
They need your enthusiasm. They need your attendance at their games and meets. And they need for you to follow virus protocols, get a flu shot, so that they can have a great year.
Your positive, supportive voice is appreciated more than you know. I'm Chris Kaufman.
And I'm Sandra Walter. We're both assistant commissioners at the IHSAA. Thank you again for your enthusiastic support of high school sports.
This is passion. This is enthusiasm. This is community pride. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
All right, we're back here at North Vermillion High School. Minute and a half left until we start this third set. And what an intense second set that was, at least the finish to it. Those last two rallies got pretty intense, but Covington able to withstand the storm and walk away from that unscathed. So they'll take a 2-0 lead heading into the third set here. It's been a crazy sectional 54 so far. At an alternate site with an alternate host and a lot of well-played volleyball that we've seen so far. So Covington taking some last-minute instruction from Coach Jen. Bethesda huddled up still, talking this one over, figuring out how they're going to overcome a 2-set deficit, which they've played well. They played that second set very closely. 26-24 was the final there. And maybe just looking to make a few tweaks and bring this one back. So we'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. If you are in the stream, make sure you share this with your friends and family. It is live.chs247.com, or if you'd like to go straight to our YouTube page to check out other videos, it's youtube.com/c/Covington High School 247. youtube.com/c/Covington High School 247. I'd like to get a nice plug out there for Mr. Stockberger's podcast. If you're not aware, Mr. Stockberger, our French teacher, has a podcast with former Covington teacher Joey Holt called The History Buffet. Check your podcasting sources to check them out. I listen to them on Spotify. I know they're also on Stitcher and Apple Music and a lot of other sources. It's called The History Buffet with Joey and Stock. Seth Williamson was the host in this newest episode. It's a great listen, former Covington student. So if you get a chance, head on over there and listen to him. Getting ready to start the third set. Bethesda is going to have the first service. As the chair official calls for the serve, we're going to get started. Into the net, Covington's going to get the first point. So a freebie for Covington to start it out. They're going to throw Holy Cross back to take the serve. A nice serve to the back right of Bethesda's defense. Blocked at the net and just out of bounds. So Covington's still aggressive up there at the net, which you like to see. Leah Heim, number 9, checking in for Bethesda. Whoever coordinated Bethesda's uniforms, I'd like to thank you for making the numbers easy to read, especially from old eyes like mine. So Bethesda gets the serve down and gets the point. 2-1, early lead for Bethesda Christian. So a short serve and an ace, 3-1. Bethesda with the lead and the serve. Covington needs to get settled and get one over. There we go. And Stonecipher puts one over. played to the middle from Bethesda. They pass it back over. Covington's going to get a shot at a hit. Nice hard hit from Pettit from the back row. Let's set to the right side. Another hit for Covington, but handled by Bethesda. They'll get it back over. High set for Covington and hit by Vale over here on the near side. Let's set to the back row. Hackett had to look back at that one to hit it. Nice play at the net, and Covington with the point. 3-2. Bethesda lead, but Covington gets the service back. Nice heads-up play over there by Hackett on the right side, and we'll get Jumps back into the game. 13 Avery Jumps check in to serve, replacing Vale on this new-look Trojans team. Service is right to the line, and Bethesda had to scramble to get to it, giving Covington a nice advantage here. Nice hard hit by Pettit, but handled by the back line of Bethesda as they pass it back over. Set to the right side, towards the line, and saved again. So Covington, third time's a charm, maybe, and it is, as Stonecipher puts it down. So the Trojans tie it up at 3. As the ball trickles back out of the stands and gets kicked back to Avery Jumps, the Trojan service. Chair official calls for the serve, and here it is. Jumps obliges to the back line. Covington's going to get an opportunity here. Nice set. Stonecipher with the hammer and partially blocked at the net. Nice athletic save by Covington as Pettit flies towards the net. Stonecipher tips it at the net straight down. We'll get a set to the middle for Stonecipher again, into the block. A nice athletic play by Bethesda, but just not able to get that third hit over. Too close to the net. So Jumps with the serve again. Floats it near. It's going to go to the right side. Covington handles it, passes it back over to Bethesda. They're going to go to the left side this time. And down to the floor, 4-4. Bethesda equals it up. We're going to see a substitution, number 15, Jocelyn Vowles, a junior, into the game and back to serve. So one of the few upperclassmen for this Bethesda Patriot team. A hustle play, gets that one back over and down to the floor. Wow, just pure hustle by Holy Cross saved that point for Covington. As Williamson comes out, Minnick goes in. And Stonecipher back to serve. So, number 12, Micah Stonecipher with the serve and the point. So, Covington takes a 6-4 lead, up 2-0. And Stonecipher is going to serve again, stand still, puts it up and in. Nice play at the net. Minnick tips it back over and down, 7-4. Nice athletic play on the reach by Maddox Minnick, the freshman, getting some big time today. So, played to the outside. Bethesda hits it, but Covington recovers. A nice running tip by Pettit. Saved by Covington. They're going to get it closer to the net and over. But a nice set, and Bethesda should get something going. A save by Covington on a punch. And back over Bethesda to the middle. Attempted a save, but just out of bounds. Just off the side of the wrist into the third row. So Libero checks back in for Covington and Williamson, and 20, Annie Heim checks in for Bethesda. Nice driving serve, barely clears the net, but Covington gets a shot, and Nia Pettit puts it down. 8-5, Nia Pettit on the kill. Having a big game so far for the Trojans, and she's going to need one. as the Trojans, inexperienced club tonight, as they're missing quite a few varsity starters and varsity participants. Minnick with a nice hit, and Bethesda handles it and gets back over. And Covington's going to get a nice back row set. Handled by Bethesda. They're going to hit it to the middle. Williamson clears. Blocked at the net. Bethesda with the point. 8-6. Trojan lead. So, number 3, Lindsey Dodson, the freshman. Throws this one in the air. Left-handed to hit. And no one there to stop that Pettit kill. 9-6 Trojan lead as Vale looks to check back in. Pettit goes back to serve. So high fives for Avery Jumps as she exits the game. Pettit back to serve, waiting on the whistle. There it was, and here we go. Floats that one deep. 9-7. Still Trojan lead, but Bethesda with the service and a substitution. So 9-7. Covington up 2-0 and 10-7 as Covington gets that one to fall. Williamson goes back to serve. So we're going to see Stonecipher run back onto the court. Take a spot in the front row. Set outside. Bethesda passes it over. Covington with an opportunity. Back row set. Cross court and wide. 10-8. So Annie Heim, the junior, back to serve. Handled by Covington. Opportunity here on the near side for Vale, but handled by Bethesda. Chance for Stonecipher in the middle. Called out. Bethesda point, 10-9. Stationary swing. Running outside and blocked was Micah Stonecipher. Back row hit for Covington. Handled by Bethesda. Let's see if we can get this back over, and we can. Covington recovers. Bethesda gets another chance. Handled by Covington again. Popped up in the air by Pettit. Hit over by Vale. Played to the outside for Bethesda. Just deep. Covington with the point. 11-9. So Bethesda with the sub. Number 9, Leah Hyman. You're going to hear a lot of the same names. Bethesda only has 9 girls dressed. So set to the outside again. Nice hard hit, but handled by Covington. Pushed over to the other side. Bethesda will get another chance to reset. Play it deep. And Vale with a chance from the left side. Popped up in the air and out. 12-9 Covington. These teams vying for their spot in the championship game tonight at 7 o'clock against Traders Point. As Covington with a 2-0 lead and a 12-9 lead in the third set. Served by Holy Cross into the chest of the Bethesda defender. Nice deep cross-court hit by Vale. And Stonecipher gets that one over, touched to the net. And not a clean block. And that one's going to be called deep. And Bethesda's point, 12-10. Bethesda with the serve. Covington pops it up in the air to the right side. Nice hit. No communication up at the net, and Covington with the score, 13-10. We're going to see another substitution. It's going to be Jumps back into the game. Bale checks out. Great performance so far in the third set. Jumps floats one to the back row. Caused some problems for Bethesda to get it up to the net, and it's 14-10. Trojan lead. Jumps with the ball up, serves it deep, handled by Bethesda. Play it to the front left, and deep again, 15-10. Jumps on a bit of a roll here with the service. See if she can keep that going. Plays it towards the line. Bethesda has to pass it over. Hard swing by Pettit, just deep. 15-11. Covington lead, Bethesda serve. So 15 Vowels back to serve. Hits it deep, Williamson handles it. Popped up to the left side, Pettit with a hard hit, but handles it with the back left of the Patriot defense. Another chance for Covington. Into the net by Hackett. So a point for Bethesda, 15-12. Interesting service style there, but effective. Passed over to no man's land, but Bethesda able to recover. Stonecipher tall enough just to stand there and poke that one over. Nice save at the net. Oh, Holy Cross with the nice play. Pushes it to the back line of the Patriots defense. And puts one in the middle for Stonecipher. Takes a hard hit to the middle of the back line. Nice dig by Williamson. Recovered by the Covington Trojans. Got a nice rally going on here. Reminiscent of the one in the second set. And played to the floor, 15-13. So this is tournament play. Instead of seeing, JV players running the line judges, you have seasoned officials doing so. So it's a different look for most teams. Played into the net on the serve, 16-13 Covington. Minnick checks in, Williamson checks out, and Stonecipher back to serve. So Micah Stonecipher, number 12, hammers the ball to the floor and then puts the service up. Blocked at the net by Minnick, but able to recover and get the ball back over. Played to the left side to Pettit. Didn't get everything on it, but enough to get it over. And they're going to get another chance to swing from the back row here. Stonecipher gets it in. Nice accuracy from so far away. Tip by Minnick. And pass back over by Bethesda. And Covington's right side scores again. So that's going to be number 5, Lily Hackett on the point. 17-13. Stonecipher back to serve again. So Hackett having a heck of a game over there on the right side. A nice tip by Covington, able to keep it in. And that one just flies deep across the court for a Bethesda point. 17-14. Stonecipher checks out, Williamson checks in. And Bethesda puts a nice hard serve in. Tip at the net. And back on Covington's side. Big windup by Minnick there, but blocked at the net. Minnick playing big up on the block. That one's going to sail deep for an 18-14 Covington lead. 20, Annie Heim back in for Bethesda. Hackett back to serve for Covington. Covington sets to the middle and straight down off the block is Minnick, 19-14. Nice serve deep into the Patriot side. Block at the net again by Minnick. And down on Bethesda's side, 20-14. So today's number 8, Maddox Minnick, a freshman coming up big on the Covington block. Set to the left side. Just couldn't get to it, 20-15. Covington looking to close this out, but it's going to be hard without service. So Bethesda throws number 3, Lindsay Dodson, a freshman, back to serve. Puts one short to the left side of Covington's defense, actually right side rather. And a set to the left in the back to jumps. Bethesda struggles, but get that one back to the Trojans. Tip at the net and down. 21-15. 4 points away from getting some rest before the championship. Number 11, Lauren Vale, checks back in. Pettit back to serve. His hard serve straight across the court. Popped up by Williamson. Vale hard hit, but handled. A hot potato over on Covington's side, but it clears the net. And 22-15 as Minnick puts that one over her head and down. Nice heads-up play by Covington. Forces a Bethesda error, 23-15. So Minnick tried to put that one down at the net, handled by Bethesda and popped back over, but Pettit able to put that one down as she serves again. To the line and halfway up the bleachers. Match point for the Trojans, 24-15 up, 2-0, and we're going to get a timeout from Bethesda Patriots. So stick with us.
High school sports teach important life lessons, like the best offense is a good defense.
If that's true, then we can win this battle against the pandemic by defending ourselves and each other from COVID-19. So let's wash our hands, always wear a mask, get a flu shot, and practice social distancing.
We'll not only be protecting ourselves, we'll also be protecting our teammates and friends, our moms and dads, our grandmas and grandpas.
Let's play tough defense, and we'll win this battle. I'm Sandra Walter.
And I'm Robert Falkins. We're Assistant Commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Thank you for supporting the high schools in your community.
All right, we're back from the timeout, 24-15, match point. Just clears the net barely. Bethesda 4 hits, and that's gonna do it. So Covington takes this one 3-0 after a hotly contested second set. This one not as close, but still competitive match from Bethesda Christian.
Congratulations to the Covington Trojans and advance to tonight's Sectional 54 Volleyball Championship.
All right, so Covington advances to take on Traders Point in the championship game tonight here at North Vermillion at 7 o'clock. If you're not able to make it out, as the seating capacity is 250, limited to 250 people, socially distanced in cohorts, mask is required to get in. If you're not able to be here, we'd love to have you here on the stream. I will be back here at 7 o'clock, maybe starting a little bit early, depending on what time the teams are able to take the court. So, impressive first game for this new-look Trojan lineup without Holly Linville, without Amber Cruiser, without Emma Taylor, without Paige Messmore, without Carson Engel, Holly Linville, Aaron Reynolds, and Amber Cruiser, like I said, Haley Harmison. Trojans still able to pick up a victory. So, a nice game from them. And we will be back at 7 o'clock. Thank you for joining us here at North Vermillion High School for Sectional 54 action.